mind right now, see your average monthly income. Feel what that number feels like in your body. Where does it resonate? When you think about that amount coming in again this month, how does it feel? Where do you get excited? Where do you feel the limitation of it? What do you know it's going to go to? It's one of the most common things I hear. It just goes right back out, comes in, right back out. So feel that too. Feel it coming in and going out. And now just for fun, imagine adding a 0 to the end of that number. And feel the difference. So if you were thinking $10,000 a month, now you're thinking $100,000 a month. If you were thinking $2,000 a month, now you're thinking $20,000 a month. If you were thinking $50,000 a month, you're thinking $500,000 a month. So 10xing your income, how does that number feel in your body? What changes in your confidence, in your enthusiasm, in your joy, in your connection? Maybe also in your fear. Right? Where do you notice discomfort around that number? You know those spiritual teachers and healers that are constantly manifesting, working with the law of attraction, but generally also struggling to pay their rent? You know who I'm talking about? I help those guys build 7-figure businesses and thrive in full alignment with their purpose. And the reason that I do that is because, as you all know, we are at a tipping point. Human consciousness is evolving and evolving fast. And in order to manage and negotiate and navigate those changes, we need guides, we need healers, we need support. And if those healers and guides and coaches don't understand money, they're not going to be able to help us at the level they really need to be. So my mission is to help those people integrate spirituality and money, to actually understand that the most spiritual thing that you can do is to make money. I didn't always know this. I didn't always know it. I was raised by therapists, wonderful middle-class parents who worked really hard and believed in the value of discipline and hard work, as well as the value of connection. I learned very early on that connection, talking about feelings, self-awareness was really, really important. And so I carry that through my life today. I didn't know until I went to college, despite growing up in North Carolina in a very segregated context, I didn't know until I got to college that racism was still a thing. I grew up studying the civil rights movement and thinking we were done with that. But when I got to college, I realized, there's massive injustice still happening. And that is the time in my life that I learned that I really cared about service. I wanted to give back. I wanted to do something that had an impact, something that would help people. And so I did the natural, logical thing, which was to teach high school math in New York City public schools. And I loved it. I got to connect so deeply with my students and my colleagues. We were working on hard problems together, and it really bonded us. And I knew I was being of service. Every single moment of my life as a teacher was designed to help my students in particular. And I did it for 12 years. I worked with low-income kids all over New York City. At the end of my career in math education, I was working with 80 schools all over the Bronx and Brooklyn, Manhattan. And what I saw was that despite the deep connections that I had with people, my students, my teachers, my principals, and despite my deep level of service, my commitment to service, that actually the lasting impact that I was looking for wasn't happening. The system was based on scarcity. If you guys have been in a public school, you know this. There's not enough teachers, there's not enough time, there's not enough textbooks, sometimes there's not even enough desks. And so no matter what we were doing, no matter how much the connection and the service was present, the impact just wasn't sticking. And I wanted more. And so I started my own business, something I'd never, ever thought to do. Never occurred to me to sell anything. I didn't even sell Girl Scout cookies growing up. And so I didn't know anything about it. I didn't conceive of myself as an entrepreneur when I started, but I knew I wanted those three things. I wanted connection, I wanted service, and by God, I wanted it to matter. I wanted that impact. Lasting, big, global change. So that's the foundation of my business. And in 2 years, I went from startup to 7 figures. Something that had never occurred to me to do because I didn't think about money being that important. If anything, I thought maybe I shouldn't have so much of it. I already had so much privilege, right? Like, who am I to have more money? What I realized as I started building my business was that the money piece had to be addressed, and it had to be addressed head on, right? That's the first thing you learn in business. You got to be making money because there's no grant writers, government funding. That's not happening automatically anyway. And it showed me my limit in my faith. It showed me where I didn't actually believe in myself, where I didn't believe in God. I was shocked. I was such a powerful meditator, powerful spiritual person. I had no idea that money would be this light to shine on this limitation in myself. And really the thing that I hired a coach. She helped me set a financial goal. And when I met that goal the first time, it completely transformed what I knew myself, God, the divine, and our collaboration to be capable of. And more than that, I started to understand how we change class, something that I never was able to teach my low-income kids. I didn't know how I became middle class. Couldn't really give them that service. Now I can. One of my favorite clients had been masterful as a healer, psychic, and transformational coach, and had been in business for 10 years, very confident about her skill set, very confident about the results that she got for her clients, and struggling to pay her rent month after month. Making money. Money's coming in, but money's going out faster. And she didn't go on Google to find me. She meditated. She went inward. She listened to her inner guidance. And she told me this story later, she asked, what am I missing? What am I not seeing that has me struggling so much? I teach people to be free, not to struggle. So why am I struggling? And that day, she met me at an event, recognized me. Maybe this is the answer. Did a little internet stalking, watched my videos, and knew that there was something for us to do together. She called me on the spot in tears, Jessie, because of you, I've realized I want a 7-figure business. I have no idea how to do that. I don't even know how to consistently bring in the money that I need to already. But I know I'm here for great things, and I want to break through. And I said, girl, I got you. I know exactly what you need to do because I've done it. I see you. I know what you're capable of. She hired me on the spot, and in 6 weeks, she had added a 0 to her monthly income. Just let's celebrate her right now. Most people don't do that. She did, and she did it fast. And so part of what I want to share with you is that this work around money does not have to be hard. In fact, it's not hard to make money. It's easier to make more money than less. We work hard to not make money. You guys know this, right? What do you think, manpower is? It's not hard to make money. The thing that was so powerful about our work together, when she shared with me afterwards, Jessie, thank you so much. You've given me exactly the tools that I need to do this. You guided me step by step through it, and here I am. And not only am I making more money, but I have a relationship that I love because she met an amazing man while we were working together. She learned how to receive. She opened up those channels to receiving, not only money and support, but also love. More connection in her divine collaboration. That's another part of the power of money, right? It's the most spiritual thing we can do. And what I said to her was, you made the decision. You did the work. Because that's the truth. I can't actually do it. I can just show you the way. But you have to make the choice. And everybody can. My low-income kids, you guys watching on Facebook, you guys here. Anyone can do this. It's just a matter of choosing. So come back to this question. Would you like to make 7 figures in your business? Let's just see a show of hands. Raise your hand if you would love that. Great. And make sure that your hand is up because that's truly something that you want. You're not just doing it to blend in with the crowd. Those of you on Facebook, really tune in. Is that an authentic desire for you? It should feel a little terrifying. It should also feel really fucking exciting. Because when you are bringing 7 figures and more into your business, you will be able to help more people, not less. You will have the resources to employ more people, not less. You will be able to actually support yourself so that you are ensuring that that impact that you know you're here for, that divine purpose that's moving through you, actually comes through. It's literally like you're widening the gate to let everything that is meant to come to you, and everything that's meant to come through you. Both. Very powerful. I meet a lot of people in spiritual community who don't make the choice. They come to me, they really like me, they think I'm great, they're excited. Ooh, yes, money, I'm totally gonna do it. I have no problems around my money mindset. Totally ignoring the fact that they are not currently meeting their financial goal. So they definitely have an issue. But they're right, everything's perfect, God is supporting, the divine is moving through, everything will happen in its right time. Everybody's free to choose. But I want to highlight something for you guys because 100% of the people that I know who have told me, I want to do this work, but not yet. I meet them later, and they are in exactly the same place that they have been, if not worse. You know where you are around money based on your results right now. If you're making the amount of money that you truly long to make, and you're growing that every month, great. Most people aren't doing that. Be honest with yourself. Where are you right now? Just this first question, these questions I'm asking you about money, they're so tender, right? We're not taught to talk about money, to even think about it. So I'm already asking you to do something a little uncomfortable. Are you willing? Go in there. What's the truth about money? Because if you're willing to be honest with yourself today, then things can change. If not, what is going to happen is what I've seen happen with so many of my friends and community, where they say they want it, but then they don't do it. They're visionary. They have tremendous vision. They are here for huge service. But years later, they are still kicking a stone down the road when it comes to money. Unclear, disempowered, and actually deeply out of integrity because they're teaching law of attraction. They're teaching the law of abundance. They're teaching these things. And if they don't embody it fully in their own life, it creates a lack of integrity, lack of alignment that eats away at their self-esteem, eats away at what they're creating in every interaction. It's not just the most spiritual thing that you can do to make money. It is your purpose to do so. In fact, that's what makes it so spiritual. You are meant to have all that you need and more. do you want to? You're at a fork in the road right now. You would not be hearing my words in this moment if you were not at that fork. And in this direction is the next incarnation of your dreams, the next unfolding, the next level of expansion, adding a zero to your monthly income, 7 figures and more. In this direction, it's a beautiful thing. You've been there before. You know what this looks like. This is uncomfortable. This is brilliant. This is luminous. This is much more comfortable. This is much more safe. Which do you want? And I'll just say, just to make it really clear, some of you here will feel this call and just not feel ready. It'll be too terrifying, and you'll stay safe. That's an option. I see many people do that. Others of you will see this fork in the road and choose to try to go this way, but do it on your own. And the challenge with that is that you can't see what you can't see. And if you have not already done this work around money, you're gonna miss stuff. You'll think you're going this way, but without even realizing it, you'll turn back and go this way. It's important to have a guide, someone who's done this, someone who understands their own money mindset. Someone who's changed their money mindset. And you don't want like some slimy sales program. That's not going to do it for you. If you are a spiritual entrepreneur and you want to say yes to this work around money, I am literally the best person to help you with this. I know the most about you and the most about money, and I can help you bring these two things together. So, if you're a yes to that, if that resonates with you, if this feels like the answer to a prayer that you've been having, I want you to open up your phone right now or a new browser window and type in www.jessejohnsoncoaching.com/book-now. Jesse, Jesse, Johnson, Johnsson, coaching, COACHING/book-now. And schedule a 15-minute call with me on my calendar in this moment. In 15 minutes, I can do 3 things for you. I can tell you if you're ready to make 7 figures. I can pinpoint exactly why you haven't already. And I can tell you what your next steps are. It'll be fast. Very, very helpful conversation. Anyone that's hearing this message right now, do this. Take action in this moment. If you're not taking action in this moment, you're going this way. Your choice. Remember the feeling that you had when you saw your income with that extra 0 added to the end of it. Just come back to that sensation. How you walk with that money. Knowing that that money's coming in, how you spend with that money, what it feels like to be the person that spends that month after month, that earns that month after month. How would your clients be different? How would your confidence be different? How would you be different in your life? And as you imagine that, tether to it this basic principle that the most spiritual thing you can do is to make money. Feel that. And go do it. Thank you.
Everything you want.